Hello. This popped into my head today. Coyne, one of those sort of long lost hippies from the 70s. This is a double album called Marjorie Razorblade. Fetching photograph of the young man there. Back in the day, Coyne was big, but the underground was big, but it wasn't mainstream. So there were enough people with long hair that liked this sort of stuff. So you never heard it on the radio really, apart from John Peel. But he was huge. Amongst other things, Johnny Rotten cites Coyne as one of his favourite singers because he's English. He sounds English. He couldn't have come from anywhere else on the planet. This is on the Virgin label. So 1973, double album, you get your money's worth. It's on the famous Two Virgins label. So it's the two girls. That's designed by Roger Dean. He did all the Yes albums. And he's a singer-songwriter. But as you can probably see there, that was his playing style. He used to sort of put his thumb over the neck and flail away. Not the most attractive looking man or singer, but some of the songs are just extraordinary. Like Old Soldier, some of it's bluesy, it's of its time. I think Eastbourne Ladies, Marlene, I Want My Crown. It's a, if you had to have one Coyne album, this is a good one to have. So basically, after the 70s finished, you know, it was the law of diminishing returns. He ended up living in Germany, doing lots of artwork. I got to see him twice. I was lucky because he died quite young, in his early 60s. Once I saw him at the 100 Club, and he had an oxygen tank, so he was near the end. And the first time, an old friend of mine, I hadn't seen him in ages, popped into the office and said, Coyne's playing, literally next door to where I was working. It's at the old Astoria building in London, fantastic old venue, been knocked down now. And they had a basement club, which was really small. And I knew my rock and roll in London. I saw hundreds of gigs. I hadn't even seen it advertised. And we sure enough, we went and had a look. There was a little poster saying Coyne tonight. We went in, there were about 100 people. I thought, where is everybody? So because there were so few of us, we all huddled around this tiny little stage. It was him, a drummer who was playing brushes most of the night, and a bass player who looked, I don't know, I think he was on some kind of drug. He just sat there all night. Anyway, the songs were amazing, stripped back of a normal sort of studio environment. He was just riveting. And the one song that stayed with me, it's called House on the Hill. And there is a version of it on YouTube when he did appear on British TV. And it's phenomenal. It's about the time he spent working at the Royal Marsden, which was a mental institution at the top of Brixton Hill in Brixton. And it's just heartbreaking. It's not pretty, it's not pop, it's not rock, it's storytelling, and it's unbelievably convincing. So Coyne, do yourself a favour. Roy Harper's another one. There's hundreds of albums, and if you know, you know, but they're in danger of sort of dying out with the people who own these albums, but they're well worth discovering for yourself.